As we're back, this is part 2 of the Teen Relationship Hotline for the new series I have, and we're back again. And actually, this is episode 2, part 1. So we're back. So continue what you were saying.
Okay. I told you recently that I also broke up with Brandon too because I liked Killian ever since the first day of school, which was August 17th, 2010. The first day I saw Killian, it was like instant. I really fell in love with him. I'm like, yeah, he's pretty cute, but I probably wouldn't date him because he looks like a player or something like that. And he asked me, like, at first he asked my best friend if I had issues. I'm like, no, but your face has issues. I mean, when someone makes a rude comment to me, I want to say something even ruder back. So he's like, did she have issues? I said, no, but your face has issues. And then, like, after that first day, I'm like, he is really cute, but he's kind of coming off a little bit mean. And then, like, that week went by, I'm like, forget this. Me and him will never even become friends at all because he's, like, hanging out with everybody else. A few weeks later, boom, it hit us. We were, like, instant best friends. He started writing all over my binder, and then we started dating after I broke up with Brandon, and I was on the it'll turn, and he started being a big jackpot, and I wished I hadn't broke up with Brandon. Then again, I really liked Gabe, too. And I really wanted a guy from what's at my school, because I've dated long distance for almost a year now. And I wanted a guy who goes to my school. Killian went to my school, but I want him back up in Ohio. I don't want him in my state being a disgrace to my school. But Gabe goes to my school, and I won't be seeing Gabe next year, because he's going to Central High School, and I'm going to Powell High School. So, I wanted to go with Gabe, because I really like Gabe. Gabe is also one of my best friends. And me and Gabe, I think we'll be together for a long time because, I mean, he's really into me and everything. Mm-hmm. And he really likes me. And I'm like, wow, that's a shocker. There's not really much guys at my school like me because of how I am. I'm not like a regular girl. I'm one who can snap a bone when I need to and make comments that a freaking 18-year-old would find insulting.
I bet. But the problem, I'm looking at what's happening. What I'm thinking through my head right now is, I want to wonder, can you hold a real relationship longer than a month? Mm-hmm. Do you think that I will give you a preposition to do that? We both lose. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
So, tell me. Viewers want to know lots of things about this. They want to know. They're probably going to ask me at the end of this video many questions. But yeah. I think a main question would be, do you think that they'll ask you, do you think that you'll dump Gabe for someone else?
No. Because Gabe is the only guy at my school that I really like and that I'm really into. Every other guy, they're all preps, snobs, players, and jerks. Okay, Gabe, he is a really popular guy. I'm not popular because I hate preps because they really aggravate me because they think that they're all that and really they're not. They're not any better than anybody else. Mm-hmm. Gabe, a high prep guy, sort of ish, and he's very.
If he was, he's popular and all. But if he's what's bothering me? He asked your best friend to ask you out for him. That's grinding my gears. Does that bother you at all?
Does what annoy me?
Because he asked your best friend to ask you out for him. He didn't do it in person.
No, that doesn't bother me because I can understand he was nervous.
I was nervous too when I asked a girl out. I was so nervous, my hands got sweaty, and I almost died. But I did it. And she said no. It was very embarrassing. And then I almost died after that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ha! I'm sorry. I really don't think it's that bad because I do that too. So, like, I'll admit it. I ain't got the guts to ask out a freaking drop-dead sexy hot guy. I just don't. And a guy like Gabe, I would think that he would say, no way. Because there's no guys there that think I'm cute or anything. I mean, I date long distance. This is going to sound really stupid and crazy. I trust long distance guys better The ones that are out of state, I trust them so much better.
Because why?
And if you knew the guys that went to my school, you wouldn't think I was so stupid for going out
Well,
long
I
distance.
know this guy. Do you mind me saying, Michael? Talking about him?
You mean, Michael Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about him?
Tell us, viewers, about what happened. Like, what was the situation with him?
Well, me and him, we had met on the chat game and everything, and he told me he was a metal guitarist. I'm like, cool, but I don't really like metal. And then he showed me Metallica. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And he's a really good guitarist. He has some videos on Facebook. He is amazing. He's an amazing player. He has a dream to become famous, and he's amazing. And me and him, we did date. I dumped DJ for the first time. He asked me out, and I said yes.
A question is for me. If someone lives long distance and they ask you out on a date, how does that work?
How long distance dating works? Well, for me, they'll give me their number like on the first day, and I might call them maybe and talk to them and everything, and then we'll see how it goes, and then they might ask me out. Like for an example, me and DJ, we were just friends at first, and he gave me his number the first day, and he's like, man, she'll never call me, I'll never get her. I called him that very next day at like around 6, and that's how that happened. That's mostly how some of my long distance.
But when they ask you on a date, what do they say? Because I try to imagine this happening over online. How would they go with a date with you if they don't live anywhere near you?
I really don't know. Some guys have actually tried to move out of their state and come here to Tennessee to see me, but it has never worked.
And I'd laugh if they did, and they dated you for 2 weeks, they moved, they told their parents to move. That's actually very unrealistic, but if they did and you broke up with them, and I would be laughing. I would laugh on the floor.
Tell me, dude. It'd be like ROFL, dude.
Oh, yes. So, what I want to know is, how do they ask you out long distance? What is the thing they say? Hey, do you want to go on a date? That's... I don't know how that would work.
Actually, what they do is, like, I meet... A lot of my boyfriends, I met them on a chat site. You know, #1chatavenue.com. I get on there a lot just to chat with people, and I end up meeting really, really cute guys on there with, like, 6 packs or so. Or maybe they're just normal guys. And
I know, but, you know... It's actually very dangerous, too, to do that. But at least, like, you have to get to know them before you know.
Yeah. I have to make sure that they're not perverts or anything. I make sure that I can trust the guy before I even think about saying yes to him asking me out.
Yeah. But, as I keep asking, what do they say? I want to know that. That's important.
What they do is, we'll be talking on a chat game, and, like, they'll say, you want to trade pics, which means pictures. And I said, yeah, sure, you go first. And he sent me, like, they'll send me a picture. I'm like, huh, yeah, you're pretty cute. And then they'll say, what do you look like? And I'll go, here, I got a picture, and I'll show my picture. Well, they'll go, wow, you're really hot. And I'll go, thanks. And, like, they'll, like, tell me and everything that they really like me and everything. And if I don't have a boyfriend, they'll go, do you want to go out with me? And if I like them good enough and I know a lot about them, like, I'll wait a few days before I say yes to them. But, like, if I've known them for a little while, I'll be like, yeah, sure. And they just ask me out themselves. They don't get anybody else to do it. They just ask it out.
You know, I've heard incidents of people doing this with the picture thing. I know that you get to know them before that, but it could be anybody out there. I can send a picture to a girl of someone else that's not me, and make me look like someone else, and you never know who it is. They can send you pictures, and they can lie to you, and you'll believe it. And it's very dangerous to do that.
Yeah, like, sometimes I like to get a guy up on camp as long as they're fully dressed. Sometimes I might see if they can get on camera or whatever to make sure that it's the real them. But sometimes I could just care less. I mean, I'll just, like, get on there. Some of it's fake relationships, doesn't really count. I started dating on chat games when I was 10 years old. I dated a 17-year-old when I was 10 years old. And his name was Steve. But Steve,
17, dating a 10-year-old.
Yeah, yes, that he thought I was 16. This was before I knew that oldest was like wrong.
Oh yeah.
I told him I was 16 when I was 10 years old. No, wait, I
That's very
that
dangerous. Very dangerous. Very bad.
I was other child day. No, Steve. I think it was Steve when I turned 11. No, there's this other guy. I think his name was. I can't remember what his name was. He had like some kind of weird name, but I was thinking I dated him. But I can't remember how old he was. He was probably about 16, 17. But Steve was 17 when I dated him when I was 11. So, and he thought I was 16.
Very interesting story. I do find it very hard that you would do that. But you don't do that anymore, don't you?
No.
Okay,
I don't really get that chat game anymore. I stay away from it.
Lots of news reports of people doing that. They get themselves killed or molested by these other people online. It's very dangerous out there.
Yeah.
But, we'll wait for the episode 3, in a couple weeks. I want you to do that. I want you to see if you can last a month with Gabe in a relationship. Wait, before we end this, has he ever talked to you before?
Yes, he has talked to me a lot.
Okay, when did your friend ask you out?
Gabe asked me out. Like, okay, we have 7 classes every day. Well, we were just about to go into 3rd period. I was about to have to go straight to my math class, so I was going to be late, and I would have got a write-up, and then probably got suspended. He asked me out before I walked into the room. Like, I just walked out of my
Oh, your friend asked you out, or he did?
My best friend asked me out for him. Asked me out for him. Yeah, I got that right. Because, like, he was having to go into class, and he was having to get stuff out of his locker and everything, and he didn't have time. He was going to do it himself. It's just that he didn't have any time, and he couldn't wait. He really wanted to go out with me. And so he had Jenna ask me. I said, dude, yeah, I will. Because I really like Gabe, and he is really awesome.
Well,
and he really good.
I want to see that relationship last for a month. And if you win, you win. And if you lose, you still win.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in a couple of weeks, not a month. I'll give you a couple of weeks. I want to see how long you can last. And in a couple of weeks, I want to get you. I want to get Michael. I want to get Brandon and you on the show. I want all 3 of you to talk to each other so we can finally. I want you guys to talk to each other. It's very important that you do this.
Okay, and I'm gonna let you know for this Gabe thing. You want to know how long we last? I'll let you know. Our first month is gonna be November 22nd because we started going out today, which is October 22nd. So November 22nd is mine and Gabe's first month.
And possibly, if he does come to your house, get him on the Skype. I want you, Gabe, Brandon, and Michael on the show. It's going to be very interesting. Viewers will like it. I want to hear what all you guys have to say. And it'll be very interesting that you guys talk to each other, settle things out, and we'll finish this new series.
Okay. I can do that.
Alright, yeah, sure. So, thank you for being on the show, Jen. And this is the Teen Relationship Hotline, Episode 2. Guys, please be sure to make sure you watch next week's very special edition. This is a very good series we're discussing here. It's very interesting. I know you guys have many questions to ask, and we'll be happy to answer them after we have the 3rd episode laid out. So I thank you again for watching this, and Jen, thank you for being on the show too.
You're welcome, Roman.
Alright, we will see you later. Please stay tuned again, and I'm Roman Blevins, or aka Republicans Are Cool, and this is the Teen Relationship Hotline. Good night, everybody.